most of the problems that have been, the breakouts and all these kind of things that's been going on up there is mostly because there's not enough people walking the floors watching the prisoners. They need somebody to help them transport prisoners something bad. We've discussed this before. You guys need to start thinking about how you're gonna do that. Like I said, the required amount, bare skeleton required amount without relief is 21 people. They've got 10. And this doesn't include anybody in the sheriff's office, which they all pitch in too. That's just in the jail. You got 50 prisoners up there that you just basically got to babysit constantly. And look at your average though, it's close to, it's in the over 20.
I think we agree that we need, it's just having the finances to do it.
Everybody can sit up there and tell you what you need. Being able to come through with it is another totally different situation.
Commissioner's responsibility to put manpower in the jail and fund the jail. And if we don't start making some steps to start looking at it, then it's not gonna happen. And what I'm asking you to do is to keep considering the need that's up there. Because it is there.
The need's always under consideration. You know, and I know this may be a bad analogy, but that'd be kind of like me putting you out there on the basketball court with Michael Jordan and asking you to beat him. I mean, you're putting us in that's a situation that, you know, just may not be attainable on the funds that we have, Randy. I mean,
You're right about the bad analogy.
So, you know, it can't, it's just not there to do.
Right now, Benita, I'm gonna answer your question a little bit earlier. Right now, if sales tax keeps running, we're gonna have a $17,000 shortage, but that could change to 24 pretty quick, pretty easy. And if it stays like it's been since November, we'd be $204,000 short of making a payment. Every month that goes by, and you see what the tax receipts are, then you can get it tighter and tighter.
Right.
Finally, when it gets to the end of it, you've got to put a number on it. This is our best guesstimate. We're on our last PO right now for supplies and materials to repair the jail from Ace, and it looks like it's probably going to be enough to finish it. But I want you to keep in mind that we got a lot of things up there, such as air conditioning and heaters that are getting old and tired. It's a 24/7 facility, and that stuff runs all the time. I've asked the VOTEC to try to help us get some heat and air people. They've got a class over at Proto. I've mentioned this here before, but I still haven't got an answer back from them. But if we don't get something pretty soon, then it's just, I've got 2 or 3 people that volunteered to help me do it, and we're gonna do it. That's coming. If we don't get any help that's professional, then we're gonna do it ourselves. That's all I have.
Well, is there any new business anybody wants to talk about? Comments? Questions?
I had a call or something, I thought he's working for him.
And that Clayton, he's supposed to be there.
Who is Clayton?
EMS,
He makes the lady.
it's 11, first Monday of each month.
So what did we ever do about the fire truck for Hoyt, anything?
Boy, I got them.
I'm sorry, not Hoyt, but the
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
I have the specs written up and he's gonna come by and look and see how, and then I'm gonna do it.
We're gonna give a variation on the specs, so in case somebody came out, didn't get exactly,
Well, I mean,
we had discussed that last time, I think, about putting some, having a little bit of variation in these specs now instead of seven way. If somebody just got one identical thing, nobody else got nothing to match it.
We can talk about that when he brings them to the meeting, because he'll have to approve them through, we'll have to look at them.
We discussed that about the Hoyt fire truck where it was just spec'd out, nobody couldn't even get
Right.
close to it.
and I told him y'all's concerned that you know, we realized that he wrote out something and like I said, Dunford did give him a spec or, you know, whatever they're called. And then Chevrolet place said they wasn't interested in it.
I don't think it's true. We contacted Chevrolet this morning, they said they have not been contacted.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you what the guy told me, so, he wrote out, he just hand wrote what he.
I know,
what
but
he
the
wanted.
question is the spec gonna be exactly a spec, or is it gonna have some variations similar? Where you have an option?
Where it could be a Ford.
Well, that's what I
Dodge, or
told,
Chevrolet.
I told him
Now
that,
we won't know to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's handing in or what he's trying to buy.
well, I mean, he handed it in, but I've never.
Oh, you get it handed in to you?
Yeah, I've got it wrote down, like what he's want, I mean, I've got stuff at most ready to go, but do y'all want to see that before?
Well, I thought the commissioners should agree that, it shouldn't be exactly spec. It's kind of wide open. A pickup's a pickup. I mean, a certain size motor, certain size transmission, whatever, not specified as one brand or one specific itemized out. Was the same thing we was talking about the fire truck. Frank was talking about last time about the gallon, the water tank volume. That last one was specified just exactly that size, and nobody could match it. Is that right?
Well, he had the truck picked out, and that's what he got specs off of, and that's
Yeah,
why
he just spec'd one truck.
it should have been.
And
should've
one
been-
person's the only one had that identical truck, so that's not fair.
I'd say if something of magnitude of $100,000, there ought to be 5 of them to look from, pick from.
With some variations in it that shouldn't matter. A tank that was a little bit bigger.
You can
Or-
specify the tank, I mean, that should be, I mean, if you want a tanker, you should have whatever size tank you need, like, you know, if we went about for a truck, we'd go 3,000 gallon.
Right.
And we put our specs out, and we got a brand new Peterbilt truck, but we had several bids, different bids.
Right.
We selected the one we wanted out of those bids.
Right.
But I agree, there is some variation in there you can get, like, you know, if you want a 3/4 ton or a 1-ton truck, then flatbed truck, you just put your bid in for that. Unless there's some kind of special 4-wheel drive, you'd want that, of course.
Right.
I think more important than all is that we need to try as much as it's reasonable to influence that, whether it's a Ford or Chevrolet or Dodge or whatever, that whatever is bought in this county instead of some other county. And I know it's tax exempt and all that, but those businesses all are part of this county, not of another county. And they've got people in there, and that sale of that vehicle is gonna generate income to those people that work in there.
Wasn't you telling him to go to that state deal? Check it out?
There's nobody in Haskell County that's on the state contract, but I agree with Randy, we need to do our business in
Oh, yeah, we
Madison County
definitely need to.
as most as we can.
I told the guy always a concern.
I do agree with that 100%.
In fact, we should have some type of favoritism to keep your business here.
All right. Now I'm gonna make a motion to go into the EMS meeting, Karen. That's
There he is.
Clayton's here.
I've got to
I
leave.
was waiting outside, there's too many people in here.
Here's an empty chair right here, Clayton. Either side. I'm gonna call this meeting to order. You wanna check it out, Randy? Nick, how many runs you're making a week? Anybody want one over there? Yeah, you've been recording.
Yeah, well, the hospital had water leak. The water leak was what had water damage to the phone system. So therefore, they've been using us as a contact with all the patients on with us to get a hold of the hospital, which is kind of, which is wild. I spoke with my contact at the hospital, and they said it was really expensive to fix. So therefore, they're trying to have somebody come out and work on it. We were basically fielding some of those phone calls for the hospital. So that was the only major thing now. Just out of the ordinary.
When did this happen?
It's been going on about a month. And like I said, I just now found out about it.
So you're screening the calls for the hospital, basically?
Some of them, not all of them. But they've only got certain phone lines that work. And of course,
The hospital line just runs busy. You can't get a hold of the hospital line.
I don't know. And so therefore, I don't know. I think they're actually looking online. And back when it was a county
I'm not
radio
going to say what you're
service,
talking about.
our phone number's attached to that. So therefore, they're calling us. They've given me alternate numbers to work this based on them. So. Just kind of out of the ordinary. Ambulance calls.
You talked to the administrator?
I didn't know. My contact, Jack. Administrators change frequently.
Is that Buchanan? Don Buchanan?
I do.
Dawn's been there for a couple of years.
So, is this causing your operation problem?
No, I mean, we can deal with it. We just roll with punches, you know. I spoke to, when I was speaking to Jacqueline, she basically said it's money. We're looking at building a new building and the phone.
That's 2 years away.
She did say that they had somebody come in and trying to work on it. He was trying to find something. That phone system is over, so we were trying to find something else that knew how to work with it. So, it's going to be a temporary fix. I can't if you need me to.
Could you,
The person that's answering my phone is off-site, so it's, it's basically a transfer line. So she's too lazy to do it. Just be on the cell phone, but it's non-emergency stuff. But we're getting, it's all hours of the night. Somebody calls in.
Can you tell us, can you get a fix on how many calls we receive today?
Sure. I don't think it's, it's not right.
There's a
Double digits.
You get this. Well,
They gotta have a phone number. Patients are asking us about billing questions, for the hospital, but we just have to turn it in.
Well, it's a waste of their time. It's not very efficient. They're calling the hospital.
I don't know if they need to maybe advertise a phone number, because they do have some designated lines, like we can't give out ER numbers. Nursing station, we can't give those out, so she gave me a number, and I don't know if we make it to advertise that.
Is it a lab line or something? I just heard this last week and I forgot what it was.
I don't know. I don't know the phone number. I wrote it down and told my dispatchers which one it was to relay the patients to that.
I'm gonna make a motion to pay this invoice.
Put my contact information. You'll get that to you. We'll see if we can do something.
Is there any other business with the EMS?
How does that work? Like, I know you guys pay them or give them money.
There's a meal set up for your property tax, and we pay them $10,000 a month, and that's paid through a millage that everybody pays on their property tax for their services.
Okay. So we don't, there's nothing that comes back from you guys into the county as far as payment? Like, because that's paid through the meal, that 2,000 is paid through the meals.
Right.
I didn't understand how that worked. I didn't know.
Yeah, we're doing.
It can only be, all that money goes to EMS account, and it can only be spent for EMS purposes only.
We're looking at, the county's going to do, with some of that money, they're going to build a station. Talking about it.
We're talking about building a station, because
Building a station, having a piece of property that's owned by the county.
if we can find a piece of property, we're thinking about building one.
And so therefore, that would house the ambulance service. The dispatch is through the county right now. And it's just that we work closely with them. They call our station direct. And they do a great job. Very, very communications out of dispatch. And dispatches are one of the most expensive things, besides my payroll. Dispatch would be very expensive. We did have our own internal dispatch, and it was costing me about $2,000 just for that. We're fortunate that this,
Okay, so you say,
but they dispatch for everybody in my department, police,
they who?
county.
How about the 911 system?
I'm talking about the sheriff's, or the police department.
The city of Stigler or the county?
The city.
The city.
The city of
Okay, you were
Stigler.
saying.
Okay,
The
okay.
county, but.
Yeah.
Okay, I was confused.
Yeah, the city dispatches us and fire departments and all those. Other counties, they'll have multiple agencies like Oregon Falls, they have Paula and Chakota. They've got different, they've got the police department, the county, and Chakota has their own dispatch. It is a nightmare. They need one centralized dispatch to make it more streamlined. It's always a money issue.
We inquired about that.
Does anybody have any new business for the EMS? If not, I'm gonna make a motion, we adjourn this meeting and go back into commissioners meeting. Thank you. Yep.
You want me to text you?
You can text me, email me, or call me, you do whatever you want.
I have a question, Randy, on the new business about getting this thing together, up, you know, we get our trust authority set up, which I'm 100% for that. How long do you think that's gonna take to happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that, Paul. I didn't ask them. They're just getting them online right now and work with us. The deals that I've had with them in the past, because I've used them for guidance in the past, the county didn't have to pay for it. They've been very quick to respond, and they don't fool around. They go work ethics or something they're not used to around here. I mean, they know what they're doing, that's all they deal with, so they do it. I don't think we're gonna be talking about months or anything like that.
Well, yeah, when I asked for it, I didn't mean like a specific date, I mean,